Hey, John, he's assured it's Saturday night after Thanksgiving, 4 days off. I only got 1 day left. I got the Ranger pulled out with the riding lawnmower Thanksgiving Day out of that area. Then I got the Kia tire fixed, got the Kia over there, got a Lincoln tire fixed by hand and patched and put over there for now. And I got the Ranger with the riding lawnmower in front of the garage so I can drop the motor and transmission in. And guess what? Then hell broke loose. I haven't had 1 minute of time to work on a transmission. We got the engine off the engine stand with a tractor and loader, got on the tire. And then I do all, don't ask about that. That's about insulation under the house for skirting. That, they say you don't need bullshit. And then, Frankenstein Ford, block heater quit, supposedly boom, and it's under there, yeah, and it's been in there for like 4,500 years since God created metal, I guess. And so, no, I got it all working. It was bad connections and shit from 30 years of crap. Fixed all the oil pan was leaking around everywhere. What else? You name it. But yeah, it's all good, but I ran out of time, so I got 1 day. Tomorrow. Yeah, and to change the heater is, you can't reach it from the bottom, and you can't see it from the bottom, and you reach it from the top. But I pulled the plug off, and it was corroded inside that little rubber thingy, if you follow that cord. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this will be full length. I'll chop it off. But yeah, there you go. Get that, and it pulls off, and it was corroded, and the cord was corroded on the plug-in, and I got a new block heater whole thing that goes in that hole down there. But look, it'll never seal again. But I got this thing working. I got down in there with my Snap-on Purina cow chow bucket thing, stood on it, leaned down in here, got the cable off, tested the cable, and it tested bad. But I noticed there was corrosion and shit, so I spent an hour and a half on cleaning the cable. And then I got voltage through the cable, cleaned all the corrosion off from 35 years. And then when you pull that thing off, the red part down there, there's 3 pins in there, and I had to reach through from where I'm aiming now, that's as high as my chest, up on a five-gallon bucket that slipped out, so I went and got my Purina Snap-on bigger stand and got that worked off, and those were all corroded, and I got in there and reached in when you can't see it with emery cloth and buffed all the pins off, the 3 of them inside, like 3 hours. Guess what? The block heater, I plugged it all back in. The block heater's still working. It was just corroded connections. Yeah, and I got a heating pad heater I drove to town this morning for that mounts to the oil pan to heat it that way, because there was no way I was going to pull that one out after I looked at it. I had one that had fit it, but all that corrosion shit, that's a frost plug where your antifreeze runs around the block. And the nut's all corroded off, and you have to back that nut off to get the old one out to put it. No, I don't have like 6 days in water leaks. This is a daily driver, only one I got right now, basically. So, yeah, that was a nightmare. So I got it working by 3 hours just hand scuffing and cleaning bad connections, trying to reach from where I'm at, which is right here, and this is right underneath my chin. So yeah, you can see what you got, and you can't reach it from the bottom. And I fixed big exhaust leaks. That would have been fixed, but it's dual exhaust. The idiot screwed up. They put nice pipe work on it. They did a great job of bending all the pipe, dual exhaust for a 6-cylinder, but they're freaking idiots. They welded rods the size of my finger, basically 7/16 rods, in between both of them, when they're only this far apart. And then hung them from one hanger. Well, it snapped the hangers off, and they're well together, and guess what? There's a motor mount here, there's a motor mount there, and the other side directly across. There's only one transmission mount back there. When this thing rocks, that engine doesn't rock even, and even if it is, there's two different pipes at different heights. Get it? The engine always moves on the rubber mounts, but it doesn't even roll constant this way. Because it's at an angle, it rolls this way toward the fucking rear end. And all these were moving. The bolts were loose up here. I changed that gasket and everything, the exhaust gasket. The bolts were tight back there. They were loose up here. I tightened them all up. This one was tight yet that I redid. This one was loose because the only reason, and it wore a hole through that one from the twisting and the rubbing. You never put two exhaust pipes welded together this far apart when you got this much flexed in a 6-cylinder split. Okay, now if it was just a frickin' 6-cylinder header with one pipe, you have one hanger. They welded these fuckers together with a fucking rod and then hung them both only that far apart. And it all moves, and it just, it lasted past warranty. And they did good pipe bending work, but they're freaking morons. 90% awesome piping work and muffler work, and the 10% of fucking hanger work and welding the fuckers together, pardon my language, fucked up everything. You know, back in the 90s, I'm sure, because this is a 85 or 84, but this engine's 85 or 88 or 89, so I don't know how long, at least 25, 30 years. Yeah, that plug was definitely not coming out. I was going to use a oil pan heater, but I cleaned all the connections. I said it took me almost 3 hours in testing with my meter, and it was just all corrosion got in. So, yeah, what else? Oh, yeah, the oil pan, snugged up all the oil pan bolts. They were starting to seep because it's getting cold, and I've been running semi-synthetic oil. That was fun to get to all those. Laying on the concrete, no creeper. My propane's about out again. It's got up to 20 degrees today. I said I got snow on the ground. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 30. But Wednesday it's supposed to be 42 degrees outside. And my tractor that I use has to be plugged in. But at 42 degrees, it should start with no cab or nothing. But I don't know. But I planned on 4 days of getting that freaking transmission all together, because I'm not going to rush nothing. Oh, yeah, and it flung belts again. It flung the power steering belt again, and I spent 2 hours trying to bend it, but I don't have a big enough pry bar. And the mounts, except for one, mount to the timing cover down there, and that's aluminum, so you can't just get a 6-foot bar in there and reef on it. You'll break the aluminum cover. And nobody had the frickin' belt, so I had to buy a shorter belt and use a screwdriver trick on it again. And I tweaked with what I had, bars I had, and I think I got it closer. But yeah, so I got belts coming from eBay because nobody in town even carries them anymore than they used to. The right size. So yeah, I force fed that, and I drove it like, 120 miles now. And they're staying on. I got it tweaked some, but this is my daily driver, but I didn't buy it to be a daily driver. The Ranger is supposed to be a daily driver because the Kia only do 45 miles an hour. The Kia started right up again. Ain't been touched in a freaking month. Bang, hit the key, fired right up with a flat tire, and I had to fix the tire so I could move it. I just drove it. Yeah, I just used my riding lawnmower to move the Ranger right in front of here, and it's nose first that way. So I can use a tractor and drop the engine that is off the engine stand And when I get this transmissione done, it's going to bolt it together on another tire so I can wiggle stuff around, because this one's going to be the transmission will hold up, but because of this right here, this for a Mazda 5-speed, this hole in that aluminum oil pan, this is how you got to get in here and bolt the flex plate bolts in from underneath this. So this thing is going to be laying outside on another tire. I'll probably have 5 tires in here doing that. But it's easier than trying to line it up underneath the vehicle and then drop them both in at once. If I ever get the transmission done, if I have time. I have all the parts now. I even checked the parts that could have been, were good. I just got to get after it. And yeah, I figured 4 days of working on that and having it bolted together. And then I found out Wednesday it's supposed to be, it stays light till 5:20. I figured Wednesday I'd drop it in the freaking Ranger all by myself, but I had a buddy said he'd come help me out because the loader sinks so fast. Because I use a loader and then a come along, so I can hand move everything and then angle it and drop it right. Yeah, I'll try. I'll show you. I'll try to show you while I'm actually doing it. But yeah, 4 days to have this done. Nice, calm, cool, and collected. Everything perfect. I got 1 day left. I'm not gonna rush it. Next weekend it's supposed to be 32 degrees. Yeah. I'm not rushing anything. That's how you mess shit up. And I got so much time and money in checking all the messed up shit that already was and fixing it, even brand new parts. I am not going to rush it. I will get it done correctly the first time, the major shit. The wiring and stuff, that's going to be tricky too. But yeah, I got to find schematics. That'll take a while, probably 8 hours. So 1 day just to find something that matches. Yeah, and that's for under my house. I need to cut it. Yeah, but no water lines are freezing. I'm just running the furnace all the time now. And I got my little micro heater going just to keep it warm in here with the engine heat. And hopefully I got enough propane to warm it up to like 55 right away in the morning at 8 o'clock. And then I got to go fill my 100-pound bottle again, because I've been going through freaking pee pain because I've been letting it run all night. And it's actually running pretty cheap. A 100-pound tank holds 24 gallons of propane. So if you figure 3 days are ready, and I still got, I think, 5 gallons left, and it's this cold, heating this big area, yeah, I can't heat my house any cheaper. There's that. It's turned sideways. That's the propane here. 60,000 BTU, bugger. I got a wood burner, but I don't have any wood. And this is easier. Yeah, I don't have to run a chainsaw. But yeah, it's all good. It's working. No more exhaust tick leaks. I did the whole blow the air up the pipe. Like I said, I fixed that one this summer, and then I got busy with everything else. But apparently I don't have any leaks. Well, I'll find out if I blow air up it. But it ain't making a when the engine's cold and when it's even warm sometimes. So we'll see if this 780-degree silicon carney holds. I recoated that one, but I don't think it was leaking. I smeared a little over that because that's intake, and there's bubbles around, and I just had it on my fingers, so I smeared them there in case I got an intake leak on a gasket. And no, there's not supposed to be a bolt in there. See that hole? I thought maybe there was supposed to be a bolt in there, but nope. This one bolt and this here was broke off, so I used that steel plate to hold it tight. No intake leak, because this is the exhaust down there. And it's fine, but I just smeared that under just in case, because I had to get it off my fender. Oh, what, 14 hours a day? I've been busting butt 12, 14 hours a day. Every day. And I planned on 4 days of just getting that and the Ranger going. But, you know, thus is life in the real world, yeah. It's all right. I did check the other part that I said could be bad, and checked her. Yeah, they're fine. So I just get time to have it warm in here and get this Micro Monster thing all rebuilt, and then getting it bolted together is going to be fun. And then maybe if I get it done and push a 16-hour day tomorrow, I said it's almost midnight already, and I got to get up and go to work. But Wednesday it's supposed to be like 44 degrees. I could drop this thing in by myself well, if I had a buddy to work the loader and not do nothing else, just when it starts settling, hit the lever and make it go up so it don't settle, and I run to come along and drop it in, I can drop that baby in. Once I hook it up, get drug outside, hook it up, I can have it in the engine compartment sitting on the shit in under an hour. But, yeah. You see, I planned on all that being in that Ranger 3 months ago, so... Yeah, just do what you can do. Yeah, and it was muddy and rainy and crappy before it snowed. Look. But yeah, it's my daily driver now, so I got to take care of it more and fix all the little minute shit because I don't want to be stranded. And it's doing good. I had to detune the distributor again, back to timing off another 1.5 degrees, and then adjust the carburetor, enrich the carburetor 1 barrel out because it still had a clatter when it was cold when I'd start it, and it was detonating, even running 91 octane fuel. So I backed it off, and now the low end's kind of gone, but boy, this thing will spin up to $4,000 if you want to, in a heartbeat. But yeah, it just... Now you got to twist it more where it's happy because that frickin' high lift, stupid frickin' long duration cam some idiot put in it. Just like the other idiots that did the fucking wiring that was all screwed up. And yeah, the Frankenstein. I've seen high school vehicles that got rebuilt in shop class that were 15 times better than what this some bitch was when I got it. I knew it had been Frankenstein when I just looked at the hood under it when it was dead on the road and went, okay, I'll buy it if you want to sell it. Wow. I got another engine. I got another transmission. I got rear ends for it. This is my beater blasting through snow in the middle of winter and hauling heavy duty shit vehicle. It wasn't supposed to be a daily driver. But this is what I'm using it for now. So I got to do some fine tweaking. It's doing all right. Peace. Love. Have a heart. Have a heart. God's blessed. Don't let stuff get you down. I got stuff accomplished. I got 1 day to get this done. No. I got as long as I need to get this done. It'll work. I'm not going to rush anything. I'm going to do everything correct. The pieces under there and all the stuff that goes into this little guy that I had to hunt for parts. That's just getting the start of it. That's not even, like I said, that's not a clutch. And the valve body's not done, but everything's all cleaned up, ready to go. I'm not going to push it. I'm going to do it right the first freaking time. Double check, triple check, everything correctly. Not just good enough to make it through warranty for me. This is my own. It's going to be good enough to last 200,000-300,000 miles. As long as I don't get it hot. And if I do get hot, then you change your transmission fluid. If some accident would happen where a radiator or thermostat sticks, or I'm going to have a big cooler on this little puppy that's made for like a big, giant SUV towing shit, F-350. I'm covering all my bases. You'll see it. But, if something goes bad, it does. But I'm going to do the best I can with the parts I got and the new parts. I'm not worried about how I built that engine, but that $5,000 engine, I'm worried about the new parts I got. And I spec'd them all out and checked them, and I found so many bad ones. I love to hear my engine just start up the first time and go, yeah, but this one's going to scare me because I had so many shitty parts. I had to send back and find different ones that seemed to be okay, but what if I missed something? I never had an engine explode, ever. I built probably 45, 50 engines from $1,000 back then, air-cooled Volkswagens or motorcycles to $60,000 in parts, freaking tractor engines, and worked on semi-engines. I've never had one fail or come back when I started it, but this is the worst nightmare I've ever had for parts on any engine, is this little guy right here. So, yeah, but God and angels say just pay attention and put gauges on it, and you'll be okay. So we'll see what happens. But man, I'm worried, not about my work, but about the parts and the crap. But it's all good. Yeah, no blue. I just got that heater I'm going to run because I'm about out of propane. I'm going to let that run all night so it don't freeze in here. And then tomorrow I'll have to go out and fill my 100-pound tank again. And hopefully, even with the engine heat now, and the concrete's halfway warm, it shouldn't, even though it's 9 degrees tonight, it shouldn't get below 38, 39 in here tonight with this little guy going. I have an infrared here I could turn on too, but it'll be fine. And I'll get after it if everything else. I got a few new cuts. Yeah, there, and arthritis. Ooh. Oh yeah, I got whacked there too. It's cool. And I got some cool shit stuck in the back of my arm back here, but you can't see it. I might make a video of that. I bought my own glucose monitor because I just wanted to see if my sugar levels and stuff are okay. Because when I went and got blood tests, yeah, after drinking the night before, they were okay, but just slightly risen. And then the next year, which was in September, it was slightly risen again. Well, I figured out I've been having this glucose monitor stuck in my arm. I can look at my phone and it shows my blood sugar levels. Yeah, my blood sugar levels go up a little bit if I eat, a little bit if I drink beer, but when I start boogieing and hauling butt and exercising, then they go, woo-hoo, but they're all within legal limits of being totally frickin' in shape and normal and not fat and not insulin resistant. But yeah, maybe I'll make a quick bit of that, make a short this way I got it on. But yeah, I try to take care of myself. And smoking in a Pepsi right away when I get up in the morning bumps it just a little. That's it. And when I eat, it just kind of bumps it a little. But when I drink beer, it just bumps it a little. But when I get wound up and working, then my body is working. So apparently I'm not insulin resistant, and my insulin makes more sugar to feed my muscles, and my sugar level goes up. And that's how it's supposed to be when your body works correctly. If you're not obese or overweight or fat or don't smoke or don't drink or anything. So I'm right middle in a good norm of being a healthy fucking non-smoking, non-drinking, not fat motherfucker. So far, I've been wearing it for 5 days. And then I got, it lasts 15 days, and I'm going to wait like 2 months, and then I'll stick another one in my arm. And apparently, I don't have enough fat in the back of my arm because I can feel it when I move around wrenching. There's a little needle that sticks into your arm, but it goes into your fat. And that's supposedly where you got fat, on the back of your arm. I got it on the back of my left arm. Oh, I start wrenching and moving. I can feel that little son of a bitch wiggling around, digging around. It's in my muscle. I don't have any fat. Only place I got fat is a little around my tummy. Yeah, I'm like thin-skinned and muscles everywhere for an old man. Not bad. But yeah, I feel it. But yeah, I've been broken and battered and smashed so much. That's like just a little sliver sticking me once in a while. It's cool to see the information. I'm doing good. I love you. I said, don't let nothing get you down. Take care of yourself. Exercise. I've been crawling under and down underneath this pickup and over the top of it for about 12 hours today with no creeper and a stand and reaching. When you can't crawl under stuff and get back up, or if you just lay flat on the floor and sit on your ass and you can't get back up, you better change shit. I was up and down, in and out, under here, crawling all the way under there and here, working on shit. I'm not fast, but I'm moving, rolling, scooting, not even a creeper, because then the creeper took up too much room and I hit my head. And leaning over and crawling up on shit, and then down in here and reaching down in here and doing stuff and wrenching. If you can't move anymore, you're dead. And I don't know, maybe people don't care and their life ain't worth living. I love doing this shit. I love doing, moving, working. My hands are hurting like a bitch. I got arthritis in them. Look at how crooked they are and shit. I don't bitch about it. I was supposed to have surgery on my neck frickin' 20 years ago and still haven't. And my knees, they told me when I was 30 I was supposed to have surgery on those. I'm 60. No, I don't move as fast, and I've been exploded, and I got screws holding my shoulders together and all kinds of shit from getting hit by semis and you name it. But I don't stop. And I keep working. Oh, it hurts. Yeah, if it hurts, it's good. That means you're working your shit. When you don't hurt anymore, that means you're dead. Yeah? When you don't hurt anymore anywhere, basically you're dead. Even if you're a young kid and your prime of your life, 18 to 22, you do stuff, you're going to, the day you never hurt is the day you're dead. Remember that. That's what God told me. Oh, I'm hurting like a big dog, but I'm feeling great and energized, and I'm sore, and I'm hurting where I bashed my freaking hand and shit, but hey, that goes with the territory of staying alive. Even if you're a kid, you know, I'm never going to stop moving unless God says you're done and takes me away. If you can't get up off the floor and you have to hold on to railings to sit on a toilet, you need to change something. I'm just saying. I've been busted, shattered, broken so many times and walked away, crawled away from shit where I should have been deader than shit, and I was dead once. I think twice, but once for sure. You want to see tomorrow or not? You don't let yourself go. You know, but I know there's mental depressant people and things, and you got to see the beauty in every day. And don't concentrate on all. Bad shit happens 90% of the time. 10% of the time, if you're lucky, good stuff works. But when stuff works good and things are working out just a little, it just makes a freaking whole week good, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. That's my point of view. But yeah, I got the hood open just so I could show you, and I got stuff done and a lot more to do, and I noticed I'm down to, I just opened a tall boy, and I'm down to 1 can of brake cleaner, and that one's 3/4 full. I might have to run all the way to Norfolk, come back tomorrow and kill an hour and 20 minutes just for more brake clean, but I got it pretty much clean. Hopefully I don't. But yeah, there's always delays and stuff, but I'll get it when I get it. I'm not going to rush anything when I'm doing it. I don't rush. If customers say I need it right now, boom, boom, I said, well, we're going to have to cluster screw it and boom and get it and punch it out. I can't go for it. And I can't order it. Okay. But most time now they'll let me know and say, take your time and do it right, and it'll run forever, and they're very happy with my shit. I haven't done any custom work since May. I've been so busy just trying to do all my stuff. It's all right. I'm not going broke. I'll be fine. I let them know. They call me. Now I'm still busy, and they understand. God's bless. I love you. Tomorrow's a new day. See the beauty. Even if there's all kinds of annoyances that aren't done that you could look at and go, and be angry about, and shit, daddy. Hey, just, it'll work sooner or later. God's design is how it works. If you believe in God. I love you. God's bless. I'll see you again later. I promise. Ciao.